Welcome back. God bless you. God bless America. I am your host, Steve, and this is the Liberal Letdown. Go ahead and follow me at Twitter, at liberal_letdown. Send me your insight to my Gmail, theliberalletdown@gmail.com. Today we're going to talk about how Tomi Lahren's a piece of garbage, and really not much of a Republican, let alone a conservative. We're going to talk about some NATO stuff and some Brett Kavanaugh. You know, some broad stuff everybody's really been talking about, but let's really boil it down. That's kind of what I'm going for. So, we're going to start off with Tomi Lahren. And what I take away from her is that she just, with some topics, she's on point. She made a name for herself. You know, you got to respect the hustle. But damn it, is she dumb about some stuff? I guess I don't understand how you can be a believer in Christ and also be okay with the mass murdering of children. I don't get it. I really don't. She came out and said that, you know, we shouldn't, as Republicans, we shouldn't want the overturning of Roe v. Wade to happen. We shouldn't want that because it would be political activism, which is exactly what got Roe v. Wade enshrined anyway, and what Democrats rely on to get most of their stuff through office anyway. But hey, you know, let's not play the game. Which I actually, in truth, I can actually see that. Don't, you know, be better than your enemy. I get it. However, Roe v. Wade kills hundreds of thousands of babies every year. Literally. And that's low. I guess I don't get her just inherent misconception of a life is lost when an abortion is committed. You know, and I guess and she sits there and she supports the First Amendment, but if you're going to kill a baby, you take away their ability to that First Amendment. They will never grow to embrace that First Amendment. And plus, as I stated earlier, Christians don't believe in that. They just don't. You cannot sit there and praise God and also be okay with people killing babies. You can't. You cannot. Because then in that same breath, you were okay with mass genocide in Africa and all these children soldiers and all these kids that are just running around killing each other. You're okay with that. Right? It's the same thing. Except they had the ability to choose. And a lot of them were forced into it. Drugged and forced into it. You kill a baby in the womb, they never had a chance. Boy, girl, never had a chance. It's almost more inhumane to deny a being its ability to decide for himself. It's shot at life. Than to sit there and do, you know, what these warlords do. You don't even give them a chance. And you're okay with that. You call for that. And you say that trying to overturn that is wrong. I don't get that. I don't get that. That's like last little show I did. The pastor was calling for it. It would be wrong to overturn Roe v. Wade because of women's health. That's baloney. That's absolute garbage. In the very, very small cases that it would affect a mother, yeah, everybody's on board with that. It is what it is. We get it. But that is abundantly small. Well, what about rape and incest? You mean the less than 1%? Oh, okay. That's your argument? You go to the extreme real quick? No. I, the majority of these cases, women just don't want kids. They don't want to be held accountable for their actions, and that's wrong. I don't know if she's had one. Being a young millennial, it seems to be a fad. Kids or chicks are getting pregnant in high school at crazy numbers. So I don't know. There's a good chance she's either had one or she knows somebody close that's had one, but I just don't believe that you can call yourself a conservative, somebody who believes in God, and sit there and say, well, abortion's okay. It's not. You're dumb. You suck. We're gonna go with some Brett Kavanaugh. That's what we're gonna do. And, well, soon to be Judge Kavanaugh. Well, Supreme Court Judge Kavanaugh. Was this NBC? NBC News is all, they're all butthurt because he made a comment on Roe v. Wade last year. Oh my God. What is the date? What is the date of the video? September 18th, 2017. Shut up. If you are that worried about Roe being overturned, because you see it as, I don't know, you see it as some pedestal to hang your hat on, to be so proud of. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You people sit there and you literally, and you applaud the slaughter of babies. And then you hate the nuclear family. You hate the upbringing of these children. It's almost as you would rather these kids fail if it meant that the parents had to do a little bit of suffering for their kids. It is disgusting. So this judge, Mr. Brett Kavanaugh. Oh, awesome! I heard a story that they don't like that he was nominated because his first name Brett is too white. It's too frat schooly. I think that is hysterical. I just think that it just adds to the fire of stupidity that is liberalism. Personally. According to NBC, in this article that they wrote, I will put in my show notes, he's for overturning Roe, which is great. I think Roe v. Wade needs to be overturned yesterday, 24 hours ago. I think that it absolutely needs to be off the books. Leave it up to the states. Sure, some states will make it illegal, absolutely, but some states will not. I highly doubt California is going to say, no, you know what, we're not going to do it anymore. Oregon, Washington, New York, Maine, Vermont. I just don't. I don't see that happening whatsoever. I don't. Even Ohio, and I'm an Ohioan. I'm a Northeast Ohioan. I don't see them making it illegal. I think they're going to put stipulations, which they should. And even if they don't overturn Roe v. Wade, they need to put more stipulations on it. You should not be able to have an abortion as late as these people are having them. 8, 9 months, third trimester. That's ridiculous. Well, it's really not a baby. Yeah, see, but it is. Because at that point, it had his fingers and toes. And a heartbeat. I don't understand people. So this man, who I'm not still not huge on this pick personally. I wanted Amy Barrett, but I've heard all these little theories of 4D chess that Mr. Trump or President Trump was playing, and it actually makes sense because Bader Ginsburg is her time's running out. And say she either steps down, passes. I mean, the woman's 85. It's not like she's a spring chicken. So let's be realistic. Next year, 2 years, President Trump gets reelected, which he's probably going to do. We got another pick. Here comes Amy Barrett. Yeah. And if Roe doesn't get overturned now, it certainly should have the chance then. That would be amazing. That would be so fantastic. We'd have strong constitutionalists interpreting the law the way it should be, the way it was written. Oh, God, I'd be so excited. Whole generation, I'd be able to raise my kids. Oh, in a positive light. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet. But, all in all, Kavanaugh was a rather solid pick. He's not gold, but it's definitely not awful. We're going to end on NATO, because NATO itself is just a damn joke. NATO is garbage. NATO is the epitome of hot garbage, and that's all they've seemingly been able to do the last few years. It's just why? So NATO. Here, I'm going to read the first sentence of this New York Times article. Brussels NATO. A pillar of the global order emerged from a 2-day confrontation with President Trump on Thursday, intact but distracted and shaken. A further challenge to the alliance as it faces an expansionist Russia and growing authoritarianism among some of its own members. A pillar of global order. So in reality, in its fairness, NATO is important at trying to maintain a unified front against Russia. That's what it's there for. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that is a 100% legitimate use of NATO, except they're not doing it. Crimea, perfect example. Not doing it. You didn't do anything. You didn't step in. You didn't do shit. Did nothing. And you're going to sit there and, confrontation with President Trump. You guys suck. You are trash. You don't pay your damn bills. You want us to flip the bills. You want us to come and protect you and bail you out when stuff goes bad, because that's your plan. And we'll do it. But all we're asking you to do is pay your fair share of your own defense instead of relying on us. Or you're gonna get rocked. Russia is expansionist. Putin wants land. Great. Good. Eventually, he's going to pick with the wrong people. And eventually, NATO's going to have to do something. If one of these NATO allies actually does something, or gets invaded, what are you going to do? You're just going to let them go? Then what's NATO mean after that? Nothing. It means nothing. So if you don't step up, you got to step out. Do it or don't. And I don't think they will. If Trump isn't in office, I don't think they will. I don't think they do anything. I think they sit there and they twiddle their thumbs and they wait for somebody to come through with the ability to save them and stick up for them and help them and keep them on track, whatever that is. Apparently, it's just not paying your damn bills. As an American, I personally don't have a problem with going and helping allies. I don't. If I was the president, I don't know if I would have a gripe there. But all he's asking is that they pay their fair share into their own defense for their own countries, instead of relying on the United States to be your police force. To come in and break it up. Because that's exactly what they're relying on. I think that is what gets President Trump, and I think that's what upsets a lot of people, a lot of conservatives. And I think it's legitimate. If you don't pay your fair share, why do you expect people to do it? Obviously, the United States will still do it, because that is just, for some reason, the actions we take, the sheepdog actions. We put down bullies, and then you're going to sit there and complain, well, Trump was talking mean to us, so confrontation, b. Pay your bills, pay into it, shut up, be grateful. That's it. There is absolutely no reason a leader from Estonia should be able to sit there and throw a fit about President Trump. None. No, I'm not saying they did, but I'm saying some little country like Estonia. No. My opinion, Prime Minister from Great Britain, Germany, Chancellor from Germany. You got no say. Zero footing. Zero. The United States have bases in both countries. France. Where else? I mean, come on. You have no say. Shut up, pay your bills, we'll help you out when you need it. That's literally it. That's all he was asking. And he confrontation. It just goes to show, when you want something done, you gotta do it yourself, I guess. Well, that's our little quick show today. That's it. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, God bless you. God bless America. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at liberal_letdown, and send me all that hate mail at theliberalletdown@gmail.com.